Hey guys, how you doing? Chicken fried rice here, and guess what? Today we are not going to be playing some ruse. In fact, we're going to be watching people play ruse. Yeah, this is one of my friends, Yourbyebye, who sent me a replay. You guys may also know him as the infamous Yourbyebye. Yourbyebye is going to be playing with Private Patch, and they are going to be doing quite a number today. Now, this is going to be a 2v2v2v2 on treason, so it's going to be quite intense, so you're going to have a lot of back and forth. Right off the bat, Yourbyebye is going to be going American Air, while Private Patch is going to be doing the French Armors AT combo. Now, he builds 2 armor bases, not what I would have done, but it depends on their strategy. They are coordinating together. Don't forget, these guys are in a TeamSpeak lobby together, so they know what they are doing. Now, what we're going to watch today is some amazing, when I say amazing, some amazing ruse gameplay and skills. So right here, right off the bat, is Yourbyebye $40 truck snipe. And he's just going around and getting truck snipes and killing people's recons. That's all you can really do at the beginning with air. So basically, what he's done so far is he's pissed off that guy and he's pissed off that guy. So both of these guys are going to attack him now. Oh well, shouldn't have gone for those truck snipes, should we have? So, we got Private here. He's starting to put some AT in the woods here and there, you know. And if these tanks were to move in, I'm pretty sure that's in range of this guy's AT. Will chill me to range. Anyways, he's got some M15s, which is usually what you want to do when you play Italy. M15s are some amazing tanks. Bright Patch moves in with some AT to intimidate him. Now, the American guy sees that Private Patch has a mainly anti-tank build, so the American guy is going to combine his infantry with the Italian player's armor. Now, the Italian player's armor pulls back until this guy neutralizes the anti-tank guns. Now, Private here has got a few South 40s. Now, South 40s are great, but when you're getting rushed by infantry, what I would do is produce 1 or 2 B1s. The reason for that is South 40s have the assault guns, but because of that, they don't have any machine guns. So it means they're not that well equipped to deal with infantry at close ranges. They're very good when it comes to long distance engagements with infantry or just anything, because they can do some damage. But when it comes to close quarters, they're in a bad situation. So here what Private Patch is going to do is he is going to surrender and give control to Yourbyebye. Why? Well, Yourbyebye is USA, and USA is the better all-around nation. Also, Yourbyebye is the better player between the two. Not saying that Private Patch is bad. But Yourbyebye is just better. Private Patch is very good, in fact. Right here, you're going to have Yourbyebye is going to take over everything, and now he's got double econ. So look at this. Right now, he's got nothing. He's got an airfield, and he's holding off this Italian player. And he just took down that American assault that was going on his base. So now he's going to have to take care of some serious trouble. He's by himself, and if you notice, like, he doesn't control a lot of the map. He's actually controlling a lot less than anybody else. He's being boxed in. If you look around, we got this guy here, all different kind of strategies. The purple player here is going, or players are going to go for a very boxed in strategy where they're going just to huddle up and keep all their shit for themselves and not try to be too aggressive. Now, right here, the Russian player adds his artillery to the Italian player's units and starts bombarding Yourbyebye. Now, why would they do that? Yourbyebye right now is the weakest player on the map at the moment. This guy looks fine. This guy is in good shape. This guy is in okay shape. He's got a paratrooper there to deal with. But basically, he's the easiest one to take down, so it's easier for them to concentrate their troops and get rid of him than to go in an all-out battle with this guy. It makes it a lot easier for them, and it's actually just a lot more worth it. Let's just check something here. So right here, interesting fact, the purple player could easily destroy this guy's supply depot if he wanted to, but he's not doing that. I don't know why. But so now Yourbyebye with the double economy gets himself 5 M26 Pershings rolling out. He's got his Pershings. I'm not even sure if they're Pershings. I think they're Super Ps. Yeah, they're Super Pershings. He gets himself some Super Pershings, and he gets ready to kick some ass. Right here, he gets attacked by an infantry, and not that big of a problem. Comes in with the super Pershings, and he covers himself from the Italian player. Not only that, he's going to go and engage him. Why? Because this Italian player is not paying attention. He has M15s. He could maybe take down these M26 Pershings if he rushed them, like he's doing right now. But Yourbyebye is going to be smart about it. Once the Italian player starts moving in, all he has to do is pull back across that bridge, and he's still taking crack shots while that guy's still trying to reach him. The Pershings are really fast tanks, and that works to their extreme advantage because they can play tango with the M15s, which their greatest advantage is their speed. So right here is Yourbyebye wipes out the Italian force, and all of a sudden he seems to be doing just okay. He's starting to get back on the map, starting to get some stuff going. All of a sudden he's got a problem. This guy's sending in an M26 Super P, and he's sending in infantry. Now, if he gets that barracks, it's not going to be good news for Yourbyebye. So he's doing what he can. He's also got an infantry that seems to be heading for his airfield. Right now, he's doing his best to manage the crisis, and the best he can do at this point is destroy anything he captures. Now, he could have taken that infantry out with his aircraft, but he didn't, unfortunately for him, so he has to destroy his own airfield so that the enemy can't pair drop himself. On the same time, because he is microing like crazy, he's moving in on this side. He's going to engage these anti-aircraft, but he's also going to take out this 90mm battery. The Russian player pulls out some JS2s. Yourbyebye pulls out the fighter bombers, the American fighter bombers, and comes in, sweeps in, takes down that bunker. And having a little bit of air support doesn't have to be a huge air army, but just enough so that the enemy has to split his economy between anti-air and ground units. It makes all the difference because his anti-air units only affect your air units, while your air units can affect both his ground and air units, and your ground units can affect his ground units. So it puts yourself in a superior position with regards to that. So right here is Yourbyebye's got his beautiful stack of M26 Pershings. That's doing well. And all of a sudden, he went from not being in a very great position to a much better position. But if you look at the situation, it's still not secured right now because Yourbyebye has completely run out of economy. And the only units he has are over here, and over here he's got 2 Pershings defending against a growing enemy armada. Mainly anti-air, so he is safe on that front. He just lost a few fighter bombers there. He went on the strike against the Russian player. Russian player got himself some anti-aircraft, but because of that, if you look at this, he's got 4 IS-2s, and Yourbyebye's got 5 Super Pershings. Now, 5 and 5, but because of this, the Super Pershing is a better tank than the IS-2s, so right now Yourbyebye is in the advantageous position. And he's already taken out most of the Italian player's base. You know, he's going to pull back behind this tree line to defend himself. On the same time, he's going to use these fighter bombers to try and take out this Italian infantry that seems to be moving in on his base. He doesn't want to lose his base because that would just put him in a horrible position. So he pulls back his M26 Pershings back here. Now, why does he do that? No, because simply he's going to bring these Pershings back up on the same time. He's engaging these guys there. He's not going for head-on attacks. He's trying to win the small battles so that eventually he can win the big picture. And by doing that, that's all the difference. You know, you don't have to win the big head-on collision battles. You could just win a few small battles and slowly deplete the enemy's forces while maintaining yours, and that does all the difference. Right here, he's going to come in with a total of 7 Super Ps, and this guy's only got about 5 JS2s. He's not in a good position. All of a sudden, he starts mass producing them, and he gets a bunch more IS2s coming. The only problem is the M26 are already doing the work. As soon as another one arrives, it's already routed and destroyed. He puts a fanaticism, but it's too late. He's only got 3 IS2s, and he's trying to push into 6-7 M26 Pershings, so that's not working out. Actually, now he's down to 6 Pershings. He did lose 1, but on the other side of things, if you look at it, the Russian player right here, Pancake, has lost 7-8 IS-2 tanks, so he's been much more effective as Yourbyebye. Right here, if you look here, these guys aren't doing too much. They're still in their little cocoon, except for their air force is going everywhere and anywhere to attack. They tried bombing Is Yourbyebye. He responds by using his fighter bombers. And we're reaching the stagnation point. This happens in every game. It's really the transition point where people stop making units and start making admins. And the difference at this point is whoever has the most admins fastest, because the greater economy will win the battle in the end. So if we look this at 10 times speed, not much happening. Is Yourbyebye goes to destroy depot, and like you can tell, everyone's stagnating. They're all focusing on economy. They're not making units because they don't want to be making units at this point, because it'll put them in less than ideal position. Is Yourbyebye here is toying with this guy. He's moving his Pershings back and forth. All of a sudden, this guy attacks. His air force does all the difference. His Thunderbolts actually took down at least half of those tanks, and now are taking down the rest. Basically, they stalled the enemy until his reinforcements got there. Now, the problem with this is while he's doing that, he's leaving his flank open to the Russian player. Luckily, the Russian player not making any moves right now because he's just focusing on his economy. Right here is Yourbyebye is going toe-to-toe with Super Peace, and now is where you're really in a stalemate position. The only difference is Yourbyebye has an air force. This guy doesn't. All he has is anti-air. But the problem is he's using M16s or M15s. Sorry, he is using the M16s anti-aircraft guns. The problem with those is they're one-shotted by Thunderbolts, and they're two-shotted by pretty much any fighter. So Is Yourbyebye can easily take care of those and then swoop in with his fighter bombers to take out all the Pershings. Right there you see this guy building a giant stack of anti-aircraft guns, because he knows that the thing that's killing him right now is Yourbyebye's air superiority. So we fast forward this a bit more. Not much happening. Is Yourbyebye is getting ready to move in. Now he knows all of this is nothing but anti-aircraft, and just a few of these are actually tanks. Moves in here to take down some of those. Now that was a costly mistake, because there was a lot of anti-aircraft in those woods. He didn't know that, so he lost a huge amount of aircraft, but he's still in the game. He's got his Pershings, and the Russian guy doesn't realize it, but if he were to attack now, he would throw Is Yourbyebye off balance, put him in a very defensive position. Instead, he waits until later, till Is Yourbyebye gets all of this economy going, putting him in a much better position than anybody else. Right here, he's engaging the American player. Now, if we look around, who has the strongest economy at this point? This guy's got a okay economy. This guy's got not really an economy. And these guys neither. Is Yourbyebye has been focusing a lot of his money on his economy, and because of that, he has a huge advantage at this point. And so he's able to pump out tanks and anti-tank guns at a rate which will just basically neutralize any attack that comes up against him. Here he's wiping out this guy's admins and the rest of his base, whatever he has left. The Italian player is currently getting GG'd. Yeah, it's GG for you guys. So this is one long game, so we're going to speed this up a little bit. Is Yourbyebye is just having some fun back there in the base, and he's just making more admins and just focusing on his economy while using the troops he has at this moment to destroy the rest of the enemy troops in this area. So guys, Is Yourbyebye here, he went, or their lobby luck, went from basically being everyone's targets and actually getting his ass whipped, and he quickly turned that around to becoming the player with the most amount of income, and this is working crazy. Now right here, the Russian player attacks with a huge army. Is Yourbyebye immediately starts making huge amounts of jacks and anti-tank destroyers and M26 Pershings. This guy's attacking. Is Yourbyebye sweeps in with fighter bombers just to slow him down a bit and to neutralize some of those troops. Those fighter bombers do quite a bit of difference. Now Is Yourbyebye is outnumbered a lot, but look at this. He's constantly making more units, and because of his economy, he's able to mass produce a lot more. And this guy's attacking with unarmored anti-aircraft guns mainly. Half of his army is anti-aircraft guns, the other half are IS-2s. Now the problem here is the anti-aircraft guns block the space for the IS-2s, causing him to get jammed up on the bridge. So basically making it easy picking for these guys. Then he swoops in with his other troops that were just finished wiping out the American player there, and now he's starting to do some serious damage. Uh, he's basically taken over at this point. He is in control. He went from bottom last to the top, and he's not losing at this point. He's got his fleet of fighter bombers right here. This guy surrenders, and Yourbyebye doesn't want the purple player to get the economy, because if he does, it'll put him in a much better position. Luckily for him, his army is very nearby, which means he can go in there and blow everything up before that player even gets there. Now, why blow everything up and not capture it? Because he knows he has the economical advantage. These guys haven't done anything the whole game. All they've done is stay in their little box there and not attack anyone. He's been expanding and attacking everyone. So far, he's taken out 2 of the teams of 2 by himself. So now he's coming in. The German player is still sending infantry over here, not realizing that he's pointlessly losing money. If he'd be paying attention, he would be pulling it back, but for some reason, he's just not caring anymore. Here you have some decoy troops moving in. Yourbyebye has 1 Pershing, and he realizes that that's just a little bit of a ruse to get him to panic spam and focus on that front. Luckily for him, he is very used to multitasking. Here he comes. He's going to sweep in, and he is going to just end this in one foul swoop very soon. He's just stacking up troops. If you look at his base, he's got an air force, and now he's got this giant stack of tanks. He's going to plow straight through this guy's base. This guy had a bunch of infantry and anti-tank guns in there. No problem. Took care of all of those. This guy's moving in there. Here's Yourbyebye. No problem again. He's got some Pershings on the job. He's not even using his full troops. He's only using 3 of like those 8 units he has sitting back there. And he is just basically preparing his end game. He's getting all his troops ready. He's got P-51s. He's got bombers. He's got fighter bombers. He's set. There's nothing that's really going to stop him at this point. Now, this is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Now, what do you think this is? Well, it's a giant stack of anti-tank guns. So the American guy is spamming anti-tank guns over here, hoping that'll help protect him from Yourbyebye. Now, he could easily recon and find that out. But then he has a giant stack of anti-tank guns on his base doing nothing. And when I say giant stack, is he made 20 unarmored anti-tank guns, which is something I don't usually recommend doing. And he made, I don't know, 15 or so chaffies. When you make chaffies, you only make a few of them, unless you're trolling, like I do sometimes. You just make a few of them to disrupt the enemy economy. They're not a bulk army unit, and neither is anti-tank guns. You only need to put 5 or so in each bush. You can't put a mass quantity, because when you get to the point where you have a mass quantity of anti-tank guns, it means the enemy has a mass quantity of usually very advanced tanks that can outrange those anti-tank guns that do fit in the forest, usually. Right here is Yourbyebye moves in, and he has a few of his units getting routed here. There's a giant stack of anti-aircraft guns. This guy's got all his anti-tank guns, and look at this, they're still just sitting there. He's taken like half of them to attack, and then he's leaving the other half there to take a nap. And finally, they auto-open fire when his tanks come into range. This guy pulls back all his units, and basically, guys, that's the end of it. So as usual, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave your comments below. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys all next time.